for Tennessee. What a great culture shock, you know. But I was welcomed there, you know, by some great people, fans, and you never forget those things. I think a lot of times people just look at what happens, but you start in places and you always go back. And I remember going back there, being honored there. And it's always great to, you know, go back to where you started. And, you know, to be in Tennessee, every time I think about one Tennessee, I go, is it Kingsport? You know, that's what it was for me. So, getting back to your question about growing up in Southern California and having two brothers who were better athletes than me at the time, because I was young and I was slow and they were fast and they were different. And somebody always said, well, what about the younger one? And the coach always said the younger one's going to be the best one, you know, because of his belief system, his work habits. He believes in himself, and nobody has to tell him that he's good. He knows it. It's not that I had a chip on my shoulder. It was a confidence inside of myself, you know, to believe in myself. Because when you grow up in a dysfunctional home and you don't have a father, it's hard. So it's either you have to figure out life. And I had to figure that out at an early age. I had to figure that out at 13, 14 years old. That I wanted to play baseball, because I started watching baseball on television. I started watching the Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds. And when I was watching the Cincinnati Reds, I saw this one player and I was like, oh my God, that's what a baseball player looked like. And it was Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. You know, the way he played the game inspired me. You know, inspired me to want to play baseball, not only because of the way he played the game, but his uniform was always dirty. So if anybody knows anything about baseball, if your uniform's not dirty, you're not a good baseball player. So, and that's where I started to understand a little bit more about baseball when I saw Charlie Hustle play. And then I went on to watch Dave Parker play. And I thought I was going to be like Dave Parker, who was 6'5", 230, 240, and could run, play right field, and hit home runs, and had speed. So when you watch the game of baseball and you get a chance to look at players and get to look at athletes, you can see yourself in them. You don't have to be like them.